Alright, we got more Bakemonogatari. The fight scene between Araragi and... Her name just completely dropped out of my head. What the hell? Kanbaru continues. Kanbaru taking the first hit of the fight. Araragi finally landing a blow right into her midsection. She jumps back. I don't know how much damage it's really going to do. But Araragi closes the distance in an instant. Oh, that's badass. That's super cool. I like when they make Araragi seem kind of frightening, you know? That he does have these sort of monstrous qualities about him. He's still vampiric in many ways. So that sometimes it's just like, whoa, like things just got real. Like, you forget behind all the goofiness and all of the cool heroism. It's pretty good in a fight too. So, scraping his fist along the ground, going for like an insane hyper uppercut. Happy today just happened to be the day I got attacked because Shinobu just sucked my blood. A lot closer to being a vampire than usual. This happened 2 days ago, so I wasn't able to move anymore. This happened. Well, I don't know. Well, whatever. Okay. More importantly, somewhat importantly, they're drawing Shinobu again, and you can see exactly what Oh Great is really wanting to do this series for. I'm thinking Wild Swing's upper hook. I can see it. Cool now is unmasking, I think. He wants to flip the hood back. Oh, grabs an empty crate of beer bottles. Or a crate of empty beer bottles, that is. Swinging them at her face. Some bottles breaking already. Shards of glass everywhere. A swift kick from Araragi through a bottle. The shoe's looking pretty cool. Kind of like yacht shoes. Is that what those are called? Boat shoes? I think they're just boat shoes. Whatever. They're not quite boat shoes anyways. Whoa. Crazy kick. Backwards. Flying in to the mysterious assailant's midsection once more. And then we cut back to the conversation. The Valhalla combo. Oh, wait a minute. This is after the fight? Or no, right before the fight, because he's still on his bike. And his bike got smashed to smithereens, of course. So, riding his bike, right before the attack, he calls Hanekawa, wanting to know about the Valhalla combination. Wow, look at her little phone avatar. It's so cute. Just finished what his setting is. Right before getting attacked by the raincoat, I took the chance to gather some evidence about Hanekawa about comfort. So I like the idea, too, that Kanbaru dresses in this raincoat. Of course, it's a fine way to just disguise yourself and hide. But it's also kind of like a common horror trope in Japan, right? That someone is completely masked and shadowed by a gigantic raincoat with a big hood and shows up on a rainy day. This is a common urban legend, right? And it's like usually like a specific color of raincoat that's uncommon, like a red raincoat, black raincoat. And then it's a good one, too, because you're likely to encounter someone in that color of raincoat just the next rainy day. And then you see them. You can't really see them. You can just see the raincoat. And you're like, ooh, could it be real? Could I be in danger right now? I don't know. I'm just a stupid little kid. I don't know what's what anymore. I don't know how to just disbelieve things because I've had years and years of experience where supernatural, crazy things don't happen. At any rate, so he's talking to Hanekawa, gathering some evidence with the Valhalla combination. Even though I was in middle school, I was in the same middle school as them, I never really had any physical contact with them. Senjoku Harasan and Kanbaro-san were quite famous. Little old me only knew of one side of the whole thing. Okay. Oh, look at this art. Oh my god. Valhalla indeed. Hanekawa's modest, off-base attitude about it. It's a Valhalla thing. At least some fighting Holy Land where the northern European gods lived in some heavenly place that welcomes heroic warriors who died in battle. Yes, yes. That's part of the Nordic religions. Is you go to Valhalla if you die a glorious death in combat. And then I think in Valhalla they're just fighting all the time. There was also the Halo map. It was like the Blood Gulch coagulation equivalent for Halo 2, I believe, was called Valhalla. The more you know. But this artwork is just phenomenal. I've always loved the name, the Valhalla combination. I thought that was just genius naming, and I like every time it's brought up. And these small sort of thematic links between the real Valhalla and the use of the Valhalla combination are not super substantial, but I think they're still really cool. But we never really saw like a big aesthetic payoff from it. It was more sort of about the symbolic usage of it. But here, to see truly what these warriors of Valhalla looked like, it's pretty sweet. Flying around with lances and swords. So cool. Ah, the Baru from Kanbaru and the Hara from Senjogahara. Baru Hara. Kanbaru's Kami, Senjogahara's Senjor in it as well. Ah, Battlefield of the Gods. Ah, it's way too perfect. I guess people do claim things perfectly. I had forgotten about all of that, too. I thought it was just a sick, nasty name. But this is Monogatari, so of course things have multiple layers of meaning, and some of them are just puns. And Nisios, and man, it's like, I'm going to say it, Joycean. And James Joyce, of course, said that art is what lies between the aesthetic and the pornographic. And if Joyce made his career by finding the majestic, triangular interlocking of those two categories, then Nisiosen is maybe more like this, where this hand is pornographic. The aesthetic bends quite far to the pornographic, is what I'm saying. But it is still a wonderful escalation of both those extremes to find the beautiful art in between them. What the hell am I talking about? Let's move on. We're good friends. Very good. It's different from the way she was now, right? This Canberra. All of her senpai and Kohara yearn for her. So in perspective, the entire school of mood felt like how Canberra is now. Senjogahara-san has also begun to change a bit as of late. So you can understand the frustrations, right? Like, there's this girl that the entire school loves. Just a perfect human being that they've all rallied around. And then she just falls off the face of the earth. No more interest in anything she used to do. No one knows why. She refuses to let anyone come close to her. And then, after years of that, there's this guy, this weird loner, that apparently is dating her now, and she seems to be doing a little better. She's definitely not back to where she was. She's not joining the track team again. Nothing like that. But she seems like okay. It seems like there could be some sort of hope. But how do you feel about that? Because what you were waiting for, as this hypothetical ardent Senjogahara fan from her middle school days, is a return to her middle school days. The reemergence of one half of the Valhalla combination. And you're not quite getting that. And you're not really sure how to thank this guy, or who the hell he is, and why he suddenly has appeared so close to her. It must be vexing. They must be vexed at this situation. And here we see this nice shot of Araragi-kun still innocently riding his bike before it gets super smashed. I think so too. It's her boyfriend I want to shout out to the skies. It's because I'm going out with her. But I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. She didn't change. She's going back to the way she was before. Before she met the crab abnormality. Like way before. Yeah, this is really her truest form. Because the whole middle school persona, that level of perfection that she really tried to hold herself up to, was a pretty flimsy facade. It was entirely constructed just to kind of keep people away from her real problems. which weren't at the time the weight loss. At the time, it was just the cult. It was the breakdown of her family situation. Not acting like a perfect girl. She's going back to the regular Senjogahara Hito. That's why I can't help but think that I want to give Senjogahara back what she lost. I want her to pick up what she threw away. Another really lovely shot. The ripples spreading out like lace. What a wonderful image. So cool. I have no intention and no need to go back to that. Even if there are a lot of scattered droplets out there. Ooh. And of course, this is kind of one of those scattered droplets. This is something that was tossed aside. Because that is something I absolutely cannot do. My real target was the beer bottle scattered on the ground. The fragments. What's happening? What's his plan? I don't remember this. I don't remember if this was also his plan in other things. He's setting it up so that she can't move without making noise. She can't move without hurting herself. Throwing down some caltrops. Some spikes. Some stealth rocks. We call ourselves boyfriend and girlfriend. But I'm sure neither Senjogahara nor I know what dating even means. These identical opponents to something that has a full picture to it. Alright, let's just get to dating already. First, I'll seal off this girl's legs. Okay. This is pretty amazing, isn't it? That we're getting the full force both of Araragi considering his girlfriend's life history and all the different masks she's worn and what a maskless Senjogahara might even be. We're examining the context of that with the relationship between Kanbaru and Senjogahara. Also, Araragi's relationship with her. All of these things kind of forming one complete picture, and yet there's been a shattering and a scattering, trying to put these fragments back together. And all of this playing out during a fight scene where a similar situation of the broken beer bottles scattered around the floor is going to become relevant. What can you say but just like, bravo. Like, nice storytelling, right? Nice. As I said, the details elude me, but this is the third time I have experienced this story in 3 different mediums. And I'm still impressed at these moments of synchronousness. And oh my god, the monkey's on the building. She's going Kong on him. You weren't ready for the Kong. You thought you could seal off an attack along the ground? Maybe. That's irrelevant now. Here comes Monkey Fist. Okay. That's all for now. We will read yet another chapter. So that'll come to you tomorrow. And yeah, we're just plowing along. As long as they can keep pumping out double chapters like every few days, I'm going to keep reading them. But I really am amazed at the pace that this anonymous scan group is working at. And I'm not trying to get my hopes up unreasonably, you know. It'll come as it comes. And this fan art here at the end, in case any people out there were still holding out hope that this was a huge misunderstanding and it wasn't Kanbaru he was fighting, this makes it pretty clear. And here we see the monkey's paw as I'm much more used to seeing it from the Shaft anime and such. Kind of more simple and iconic instead of this really aberration-looking one that we see in the manga. But I love all forms of it. And even more than that, I love the way that this medium allows different, conflicting, and yet complementary images for one concept or character or whatever. And that in your head you have this custom amalgamation of all the things you like best. That's one of my favorite things about anime manga. Okay, that's all for now.